Poultry farming is a major source of animal protein in Nigeria. It involves the rearing of domestic birds ranging from goose, turkey, duck, quails, and chicken. Chicken include layers, broilers, and cockerels. Steps to take to becoming a successful poultry farmer. 1. Identify your customers.
In a locality, you talk about the contacts. Contact in the sense that who are the people that needs this product? Because in poultry is a very big and basic name.
Carry out a feasibility to gain a better understanding of your customer segment. For instance, the quality and price of broilers supplied to a retailer is different from the ones to be supplied for corporate offices. The customer segment for poultry farmers include middlemen stroke retailers, restaurants and hotels, households, corporate offices, and crop farmers for manure. 2. Be knowledgeable. This is essential in the area of disease control, housing, equipment, and feeding. A basic knowledge on basic poultry health and biosecurity is important, as poultry are very sensitive to stress and any form of disease. You can get technical assistance from veterinary consultants who are willing to offer this service for free in exchange for your patronage of feeds, drugs, and day-old chicks. Or you can also attach yourself to an established poultry farm and learn the basic health and biosecurity administration.
These are practices that are being carried out to protect the animals from infections or coming in contact with harmful objects or organisms. And these things are like foot deep by your gate side, foot deep at the doorposts of your poultry farm, and constant disinfection. These are things that are under the biosecurity measures you have to take. Then vaccination. You vaccinate them with the common diseases we have around. We have diseases like Newcastle, Gomboro. Basically in broiler, like I streamlined the production to, there are 2 basic vaccines I give here. Others, depending on your region, you can give as many as there are. But here, I do Gomboro and Lasota.
Sort location. This has a direct effect on your startup costs, as land purchase and building of pens are capital intensive. A location in the outskirts of town will cost less than the one situated in the heart of town. For new farmers, it is advisable to rent a farm and start small, as you don't want to invest all your capital into buying lands. Be financially prepared. The high cost of livestock feeds remains the biggest problem of livestock farming. Beginners are advised to source capital and start small, as this will help you garner experience and prevent avoidable mistakes. Your capital should include the following: cost of land if you are renting or buying, cost of pen if you are renting or constructing, cost of feeds, biosecurity, cost of day-old pullets or broilers, cost of wood sheave, farm equipment like feeders, drinkers, wheelbarrow, rubber boots, tarpaulin, light, and water, cost of staff, cost of marketing. Always reserve 10% of your total production costs for contingency.
The smell from the poultry can cause problem between you and your neighbors. So you now locate your poultry within or outside the settlement of humans. You build your poultry house. Of course, in the structure or the settings of the poultry house, there should be where you have your brooding pen. Brooding pen, this is where you bring in the birds as they are coming. You nurse them, in other words, brooding. Provide heat for them, good drinking water. All these things carried out in the brooding section, which may take up to 1 to 4 weeks, sometimes 5, as the case may be. Now, after brooding sites, you have your rearing sites. This is where you now bring out the birds or the chicks outside from their brooding section to where they can grow, which is known as the rearing site. Now, having all this on ground, you are set for a poultry production.
Source for the best breeds. While sourcing for day-old broilers or pullets, it is important to purchase from reputable hatcheries. This will go a long way to determine how resistant or susceptible they will become to diseases and infections. Extra tips. Get access to a vegetarian for consultations. Ventilation is essentially important. The chick house has to be sealed from any draft wind at chick level. This is especially applicable in the first 14 days. Never compromise ventilation in order to keep the correct temperature. This is because day-old chicks cannot regulate their own temperature. There is need for thermoregulation. Monitoring and evaluation. Check your chicks at least twice in a day to see if they have been properly accommodated. Check feed quantity in feeders and on the floor, water quality, building temperature, and watch for abnormalities.